So I wanted to talk about something that in Honkai Star Rail I think is probably one of the best things in the game, but can also be seen as one of the worst things depending on who you are. And I used to think of it as bad, but now I'm leaning more into the good side of it. But I want to have some caveats in there, and that is going to be the daily/weekly routine of the game. Now, on one side, it's super quick, meaning you don't have to invest much time into it. But on the flip side, when you compare it to something like Genshin, now I never played Genshin, but I understand it's an overworld, it's got a lot of exploring. There's not as much time sink to do in the game if you want to do that sort of thing. So remember, this is only beta at the moment, so keep that in mind. There could definitely be new features added, but at the moment I wanted to show you guys basically what the daily routine inside the game is and how long it will take, and I'll do a run through while I talk as well and show you like the actual timer on screen so you can see how long it takes, because it is actually quite quick. But first of all, I just wanted to go through the things that you will have to do daily/weekly in the game. Now, once again, keep in mind, this is beta, we could get things added, but something that I really hope doesn't happen is that they add more mundane features that make it a really long playtime daily that don't actually add anything engaging to the game. And by this, I mean, like, I don't want to just have a bunch of like mandatory things that I've got to do just to soak time. What I really hope for is some optional content that you can do if you have the time to sync, but you don't feel massively penalized by not doing it. Now, I'm not going to go into content that I think in this video because it always causes controversy when I talk about it. But let's stick to what we're focusing on in this video. That is going to be the daily routine. So when we look into it, we have, first of all, assignments. These are very quick. I'm not going to do them now because I'm going to do it with a timer, but you do dispatch mode. Very, very quick. Not much to it. It depends on how long you want to dispatch for. You can dispatch from anywhere from 4 to 20 hours. I just do the 20 hours because I can't be bothered trying to check it all the time. But, you know, if you're someone really active logging in every 4 hours, you can go nuts, but, you know, it's not really worth it in my opinion for the time it takes. But the next thing that we do have are the daily missions. Now, when we look at daily missions, you're going to have, every time you're going to have 5 daily missions. However, 2 of them are going to contribute 200 points. Now, the 3 100-point ones are going to be very quick and easy, not much to do. Sometimes this last one, which this one's pretty easy one, it might be like complete simulated universe, get a gear drop from simulated universe, which can take a fair while. So if you don't want to do that on the day, you just go and do this daily mission, which will be somewhere in the map, where you talk to someone. It's just like a general like mission that you've got to do. You complete it and that's your dailies done. The next thing is going to be your Trailblaze power, resin, stamina, whatever you want to call it. You're going to have to burn this. Now, you're probably going to have to log in twice a day to do this, just to make sure you don't cap. But if you're not too stressed on capping, then you can just do it in one run. And all the content at the moment that we've seen is pretty easy, pretty quick, that you can just brush through that. And then the final thing that we have in the game at the moment is to do on a daily basis is going to be events, which at the moment, this is one fight and then you're going to be done. Now, when we look at weekly stuff, weekly, you're going to have to do a few runs of the simulated universe, which is that roguelike type gameplay. Now, you got to get weekly points. You got to max out the points. And for me at the moment, with the simulated universe stages that I have unlocked, I cannot get 7,000 points in one run. So you're going to have to do multiple runs in a week. Just keep that in mind. So it will take a little bit of time there. Then we have the Echoes of War. These are just basic boss fights that you just run through. You get some drops, you get these things to upgrade your traces, so you really want to be doing these as well. But I normally do these at the end of the week because if you unlock a harder difficulty, then you'll get more drops, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, this is the other weekly thing, which you can only do 3 runs of, so this takes nothing in your weekly routine. And then bi-weekly, we will have the Memory of Chaos, which is what people tell me is pretty much like Genshin's Abyss, that resets bi-weekly. I made a whole video on it going through the mode and stuff like that, but it looks like this will be a bi-weekly thing. And when you first get into the game, in your first 2 weeks, like a lot of people probably don't even unlock it, let alone be able to progress through it, because it is quite hard. So keep that in mind, but that will be the last thing that we have. So, like I said, I wanted to just run through a daily routine quickly. In post-editing, I'll put a timer on the screen. Once I finish them, I'll go edit it up and then come back for the outro when I know how long it took, but we'll see how we go. So basically, like I said, let's get started. So the first thing I normally do is going to be my assignments. So we just come over here. I'm just going to claim all the ones from the previous day and then just send them on missions. Now, min-maxing what to assign, I just don't think I kind of like these things. You just dump two characters into them. and away you go. And that's pretty much all there is. You make sure it's on 20 hours if you're like me and you're a bit lazy, and just do this once a day. Now, obviously this is time-based, so you can actually overlap on this and do it more than once a day. But like I said, in general, that's pretty much all I do. I'm not overly stressed about that. So that is the first thing done. Next thing we're going to look at is going to be, I'm just going to jump into the event straight up so we can get this out of the way. So we've unlocked a new event stage, which is this one here. Don't know why the previous stage says new. And I can just go start challenge. And like maybe the first day of the event, it takes a little bit, but then you're going to be just able to easy clap through it. Now I might have to manual this to get the achievement. But I'm just going to leave it and see how we go, you know? These things just happen. We should be able to easy clap these guys, I hope, because we should get our survival to go. Let's just make sure, because if to get max rewards, you got to do it in 2 rounds. So let's just go through this. We'll get the speed up. I'll try and do this as quick as possible, see if we can get it. So survival, we're not too stressed about that. Yes. Because I obviously want to get the max results. E, we'll put it on those guys. Yeah, we got this. There's no issue. All right. Yeah. So I thought they were going to be a bit chunky. I didn't know if these stages were going to get harder as we go, but they really don't appear to get too hard. So we'll just go on new, and then we can just auto that, and we should clap this last guy in time. And there we go. So that's our event done. Now, when the events aren't on, like you're not going to have that much to do. We can go ahead and collect our rewards from that as well. Get that all completed up. Okay, sweet. Now we're going to bounce back out. I don't know why it still says go, probably because I did the other stuff on my phone. So now we're going to go in and do our dailies. So we're going to have to level up a relic. Easy job. Let's just go here. Let's go enhance. And let's just go like, oh dude, I got to get some more stuff. I chose the wrong relic to upgrade. I'm taking extra time. Okay, there we go. So that's a relic upgraded. There we go. Claim. Sweet. Use consumables. Man, you never use these things in the game. I have not found a point in the game where I've needed to use these except for doing the quest. I think I used one. Yep, that should be good. Okay, so that's that one done. And then we got to do a Crimson Calyx. And what I'm going to do is here, we'll just, and this is the thing, you can just teleport straight to one, jump in, and do one run. Now, if you do need to farm these things, these upgrade materials, like you can just do your stamina right now. But at the moment, I'm just trying to get some experience because later on today, I should end up increasing the level cap of all my characters by increasing my Trailblaze level. So I'm going to wait a minute because, so I'm going to go ahead and farm some experience. That's what I'm going to do for the farming today. But, you know, you can farm gear, you can farm whatever you want, depending on what team you're using. See, I haven't optimized my team for this. The other thing is, like, you got to remember, like, this isn't stuff you've got to actively do. So the time it takes is one thing, but consider the fact that when you're doing your stamina and dumping your stamina, you can just be AFK and it doesn't matter. Like you can just set it and forget it, and you can actually just delete that time out of your memory. So now the next thing I got to do here is do the completed the hole. What was it called? The Forgotten Hole, whatever it is. Let's jump in here into the Forgotten Hole, and literally I can go to this one, easy one, and I can go to like the easiest stage. Oh, that was stage 2, but you get the gist. No, it's tough, that one. That one's give me something weak to win. Thank you. So then we can just go boom, 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 and boom. And we should be able to easy clap this. And you're going to run in. This is like I said, instead of this one, I could go out into the world and do a mission. The one thing with the missions is that I don't know how, you never know which, like I don't know the missions off by heart. So I don't know if it's going to be a long or a slow mission. So that's the one catch that happens there. But we're just going to come in here. And basically do this because this is pretty quick. We only got 2 waves and, you know, they're not too hectic. We can get some extra turns, take 3 turns in a row and just delete 3 of them. And then Dan Hung's going to delete. Oh, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. Rip. But you get the gist. Like this is a pretty quick thing to bounce through. Sampo, he's like my new favorite character. I just like Sampo now. I really want to get into E4. But there we go. So return back here. Doesn't matter if it's a stage you've done. It can be the easiest one. If you don't feel like pushing, that is fine. So then we go back over here and now we look and we claim that. And as you can see, now we just go through these. That is all your dailies done. Definitely you want to do those dailies because the amount of Trailblaze experience for your Trailblazer rank is just phenomenal compared to anything else that you do in the game. So now after that, we want to burn our stamina. So I'm just going to go farm some experience. Like I said, I want to level up all my characters by the time this beta ends. So I'm just going to farm some experience and I'm just going to go challenge. So this is going to use up 60. Now, if I had my other units geared, I could bring like a full AoE team, something like that. Actually, I might even drop her and put you in because you just give me more overall damage, and then we can go start challenge. And that's pretty much where it is. Now, like I said, I don't have an optimized team for this because I don't really care, because like I said, you can set this on your phone, on your computer, put it on the side and just completely ignore it. And then you just look back 10 minutes later and go, oh, that run's done. Okay, let's do another multi-run. And then literally that's it. You're done. Like, just GG's. Like, that's it. So, like I said, this is quite basic. What I'll do is I'll just time-lapse this bit here in like a fast-paced mode. I don't know. Can I do the timer? Yeah, I'll figure this out in editing. I'll time lapse it and, come back. What I'll do is I'll do this run. I'll spend all my stamina. I'll do another stamina refill and do that just so we can get an idea of what you're doing. So back in a sec. Okay, so I just went and edited it up and found out. So that was 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, in that little run that I speed lapsed, that was at 10 times speed because it was just boring as hell. So I wanted to get it over as quick as possible. But basically, that was 2 full run-throughs of this, which brings us to 120 stamina. Now, I did use, what was it, like 30 stamina on the other run that I did earlier as well. So that's sort of like where your stamina is going to be at for the first time you log in. Then in the afternoon, maybe you log in and do another run through of that, which is like another minute or two of plays. But that is going to be your daily routine, and that's with events and everything like that. Now, I'm not going to show you the weekly routine because, you'll find space in a week to do that. So that's it. That was 8 minutes and 40 seconds. You could probably do it a bit quicker. For instance, if I had a farming team, I could do it quicker, but honestly, I don't care because I can just set that to run and put my phone down, do something else for 15 minutes, come back, my phone will be flat, but that'll be done. But you get the idea. You can just do that. It's not like a game where you're having to manually play it to do that auto farming. So really the contact time that you spend with your phone is probably like 5 minutes if you want to play it at the absolute bare minimum. Now, like I said, I think that is fantastic. When I first got to this stage of the game, I was really annoyed because I was like, damn, I just want to play the game more. Now, I spend longer because I've been doing stamina refills, which I wouldn't recommend to most people at the launch of the game. This is just so I can get as far as possible in this beta. But when I first got there, I was like, damn, this kind of sucks. But then I came to the realization that other games that I was playing, which are, one of them is an idle game, and it's like it's supposed to be an idle game, which is casual, but to do the dailies in that game, especially when there's like an event going on with an event boss. On top of that, you've got every second day there's a labyrinth. Like some days I was taking 45 minutes to an hour just to do basic mundane daily grind stuff. And I was like, that is not what I want. This is what I want from your day. 8 minutes and 40 seconds and everything is done. But then, like I said at the start, I would love to see optional features. Now, obviously we have the Memory of Chaos, which is like your Abyss from Genshin, which is going to be a challenge you can continually challenge. And same with the Simulation Room if you've got a stage that you're up to. However, the problem is you can't continuously challenge them. Yes, there is a certain point you would be able to continuously go, but if you hit somewhere you're just completely bricked at, you can't go and farm a bunch of gear to then go ahead and do that because you're limited by the stamina the game gives you. So they're not so much of an optional thing. So like I said, I would love them to implement other things. This is still beta, so there could be more other game modes that they do add that give us that sort of functionality. Like I mentioned at the start, Genshin has the ability to walk around the overworld, complete puzzles, do all that sort of stuff. This game, like I've already completed all the treasures and stuff to find in the overworld, and there's no real reason to cruise around there anymore unless you want to completely min-max and just kill all the trash mobs around the world just to get the little bit of materials that they drop. Like, yes, that's something you can do, but none of that's meaningful. Yes, it's a time sink, but even I can't be bothered doing that, and I want to do extra stuff. As for those type of game modes that they can introduce, honestly, in a PvE sense, I really don't know. Let me know your guys' idea, but I've been hearing hearing rumors that we could have extra game modes in the game at launch, which I'd love to see them. Like I said, I just really hope that they're not mundane, force you to do every day that just increase the time you play. I hope they're things that are actually fun and engaging to do, and you want to do them, not have to do them. As for what they are, like I said, you guys leave me your ideas, and you guys let me know. You know, I've mentioned PvP before, but I get blasted pretty hard. But you know, we'll have to see what they add. It's a Hoyoverse game. They do lean more on the casual side, but like I said, hopefully, because it is a casual game, they can implement some fun stuff that's not must do, so it can stay casual, but still have some entertainment. The other thing is, it's a turn-based game, so it's much easier, I feel, to implement more aspects of the game and different sort of game modes if they want to do that, but we will have to wait and see. But currently, as it stands, like I said, my daily routine, anywhere from like 7 to 10 minutes, depending on if there's events, how hard my dailies are and stuff like that. It's pretty reasonable, and like I said, I absolutely love that. And this will probably, the other great thing about this is this will allow me to run multiple accounts a lot easier, because it really takes no time to maintain them once we're at the maintenance stage, so that I can have that and I can have fun with multiple accounts, playing with multiple characters, and just have that sort of experience. So, you know, there's two sides to every coin. I'm actually really liking this at the moment now that I've gotten used to it, and like I'm sort of getting over that honeymoon phase. It's like, okay, it's nice that it only takes me a little bit of time to do it. So let me know your thoughts. Like, do you guys like it that it's this short? Do you guys think there needs to be more to do? Just let me know everything. I just wanted to let you know the daily routine, go through it, give you my thoughts. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.